that one. Okay, so let us suppose that from the center of earth the distance of that object is small r. Okay, जो ये distance है from the center of the earth is r. Okay, and let us suppose that the unit mass object m is placed at that point. Okay, ये हमारा इस पॉइंट पे रखा हुआ है and the distance from the center of earth to that point is x. Okay, so what is this x? X is the distance from the center of earth to that point, from where we have to bring that object from where we have to bring that object at that point. ठीक है, यहां से हम आगे लेके आना हमें यहाँ पे. Okay, so what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the amount of work that is required to be done. Okay, so let us suppose that it is a small displacement we have. Okay, बच्चों मैंने आपको बताया था कि अगर हमें लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ कोई भी क्वांटिटी लार्ज अमाउंट में चाहिए तो हम उसको क्या करेंगे, उसको हम स्मॉल अमाउंट में निकाल लेंगे और फिर हम क्या करेंगे, उसको इंटीग्रेट कर देंगे. ठीक है, अगर हमें फिक्स क्वांटिटी चाहिए कि हमें यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक की वैल्यू चाहिए तो हम क्या करेंगे, उसकी लिमिट शूट कर देंगे. अगर हमें एंटायर वैल्यू की रिक्वायरमेंट है तो हम क्या करेंगे, सिंपली हम उसको इंटीग्रेट कर देंगे. अब यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक उसने स्मॉल डिस्प्लेसमेंट ट्रेवल की है, so that is dx. So what is the amount of work that is done for that? That will be equal to dw ना. ठीक है ना, वो किसके इक्वल होगा, वो dw के इक्वल होगा. ठीक है, किसके इक्वल होगा, वो dw के इक्वल होगा. ठीक है, अगर मैं उसको इंटीग्रेट कर देता हूं तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा, we will get the entire amount of work. Okay, so let us suppose that. Okay, so what do you understand by the work is the product of force and displacement, isn't it? So work is the product of force and displacement, F vector dot dx vector. So whenever you will remove this sign of whenever you will remove this dot, then what you have to do, you have to append cos theta here. So this value will be equal to f dx cos theta. Okay, now what we are doing the work in this direction. In this direction we are doing work. Okay, and in the same direction the gravitational force is acting. So what will be the value of theta here? What will be the value of theta here? The value of theta is 0 degree here, because both of the forces, okay, this displacement and the force, both of these physical quantities are acting in the same direction. That is why we have taken theta as 0 degree. So whenever we will put theta as 0 degree, then what we will get? We will get the value of cos 0. So what will be the value of cos 0? We have cos 0 is equal to 1. So this work then will be equal to f dx. Okay, as I have already told you that to get the entire amount of work, what we have to do, we have to integrate both of these two terms. Okay, so what will be the limits we have to put in this case? Now we are bringing that object from infinity to r. ठीक है ना, हम इस ऑब्जेक्ट को इंफिनिटी से r पे लेके आ रहे हैं, तो जो हमारी लिमिट्स होंगी वो क्या होगी, इंफिनिटी से r होगी. So the limits will be equal to from infinity to r. Okay, because we are bringing that object from infinity to that required point. Okay, and that point is r separation, or that point is placed at r distance from the center of the earth. So that is why we have placed r. Okay, here. Now what is this f? What this f is indicating? F is the gravitational force we have. Okay, what is this f we have? We have the gravitational force. Okay, so what is the value of the gravitational force we have? That is equal to g m by r square na. So what is this r? R is the distance in between two mass objects. Okay, so what is the distance in between this mass object and this mass object? It is equal to x we have. Okay, so this distance will be equal to x square we have. So what we will do, we will put the value of this f in this equation. So whenever we will put the value of f in this equation, then what we will get? We will get the amount of work. Okay, so what will be the value of this? Okay. whenever you will integrate this dw, then what you will get? You will get w. Okay, so it will be equal to w. Okay, now put the value of f here. So whenever you will put the value of f here, then what you will get? What you will get? m by x square into dx. Okay, now what this dx is representing? It is representing the variable. So according to that, x is the variable term we have. Okay, what we have the x as variable. तो हमारा x है वो क्या है? एक variable term है. So the integration is possible only for the variables, not for the constants. Okay, and these are the values that are constant here. So what we will do? We will take them out. So whenever we will take them out, then what we will get? We will get g m integration from infinity to r into x to the power minus 2 into dx. Okay guys, now what we have to do? We have to integrate that term, and you know the procedure of integration. So what you have to do? You have to add 1 in the power, and the same value you have to write in the denominator. Okay, so what will be the integration of that term? It will be equal to g m. So the integration will be equal to x to the power minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1. Okay, and the limits we have, that is infinity to r. Okay, so what is the value? What will be the value of that? अब इसकी वैल्यू क्या होगी हमारे पास? So it will be equal to, this one will be equal to minus, whenever you will add 1 in minus 2, then what you will get? You will get minus 1. So this negative sign will be come out. तो हम इसको बाहर ले लेंगे. Then what you will get? g m into 1 upon x, and the limits are infinity to r. So why I have write this 1 by x? Because whenever you will add 1 in minus 2, then what you will get? You will get x to the power minus 1, and this x to the power 1 can be written like this. Written as this. ठीक है ना? हम इसको ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. Okay. Now put the limits. What is the formula to solve the limits we have? Upper limit minus lower limit. So it will be equal to minus g m upper limit. What you have to do? You have to put upper limit in place of variable. So the upper limit we have, that is equal to r. Upper limit minus lower limit, and the lower limit we have infinity. So 1 by infinity will be equal to 0. So what you will get? You will get the kinetic energy. Sorry, you will get the W, and you know that the work is equivalent to the energy. So that is the amount we have to do. That is the amount of work we have to do against the gravitational force of Earth, yeah, gravitational field of Earth. Okay, so it will be equal to minus g m by r. Okay, and that is also known as that is also equal to the gravitational potential energy. Okay, ये हमारी gravitational potential energy का इक्वल आ जाएगा. So the gravitational potential energy will be equal to minus g m by r. So that is the required result we have. Okay guys, I hope this concept is clear to every one of you. If still any one of you have any doubt, then please send me your doubt. Okay. Okay students, so the next topic we have escape velocity. So what do you understand by the concept of escape velocity? So let us suppose that we have a stone. Okay, now what we are doing, we have a stone and we are throwing that stone in the upward direction. Okay, so let us suppose that we have applied some amount of energy to throw that stone in the vertically upward direction. Okay, so what will happen? It will travel some distance and then get back to the earth. Okay, now after that what we will do? We will throw that stone with some more energy. Okay, हम क्या करेंगे? उसको कुछ और energy के साथ हम उसको we will throw that stone in the vertically upward direction. Then it will take some more time to come back to the earth. Okay, now we will gradually increase the force with the help of which we will throw that object or throw that stone in the vertically upward direction. A situation will reach when the stone will never reach to the surface of the earth. Okay, so what will happen to that stone? क्या होगा? वो वापस नहीं आएगा. क्या रीजन है इसके पीछे? The reason is that it will gain the escape velocity. With the help of escape velocity, it will leave the surface of the earth, or it will leave the gravitational field of the earth. Whenever any object will leave the gravitational field of earth, then it will never come back to the earth surface. Okay? वो वापस नहीं आएगा. So, what do you understand by the escape velocity? So, escape velocity is the minimum amount of velocity that is required to throw the stone, or that is required to gain by the particle. Okay, so the escape velocity may be defined as the minimum amount of velocity, or the minimum amount of velocity that is required by the object, or that is gained to the object, so that it will never come back to the earth. Okay, so that velocity is known as the escape velocity. तो escape velocity वो velocity होती है जिसकी हेल्प से हम किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट को वर्टिकली अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में भेजेंगे, ठीक है, और इस तरीके से भेजेंगे कि वो वापस कभी नहीं आएगा. So that type of velocity is known as the escape velocity. Okay, so let's try to derive that escape velocity. Okay, so let us suppose that it is the earth surface figure. Okay, so capital R is the radius of that earth. ठीक है ना, जो हमारी अर्थ है ना उसकी रेडियस कितनी है? R है. So what we have to do, we have to throw that object in the vertically upward direction. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to throw that object at infinite height. Okay, so let us suppose that here is the point that is equal to small r we have. ठीक है, तो इस पॉइंट के बाद वो क्या करेगा? इस पॉइंट के बाद है ना वो कभी भी अर्थ के सरफेस पे वापस नहीं आएगा. ठीक है, जब वो इनफाइनाइट डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल कर लेगा तो वो वापस कभी भी नहीं आएगा. ओके, सो लेट अस सपोज दैट इट इज द अनदर पॉइंट वी हैव. सो लेट अस सपोज दैट इट इज नेम्ड एज A and it is named as B. Okay, so let us suppose that what is this dr is representing? It is representing as the small distance. ठीक है ना, ये वो स्मॉल डिस्टेंस है जिसके लिए हम वर्क करेंगे, और वहीं से ही हम क्या करेंगे, उसको इंटीग्रेट करके है ना क्या फाइंड आउट कर लेंगे, टोटल अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड टू थ्रो दैट ऑब्जेक्ट विद द एस्केप वेलोसिटी. ठीक है बच्चों, तो एस्केप वेलोसिटी के लिए हम कितना अमाउंट ऑफ वर्क करेंगे, ठीक है, उसके लिए हमने स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ जो डिस्टेंस है वो हमने मेजर किया. अब एक चीज देखो, जो हमारा ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड है अर्थ का, वो क्या करेगा? इट विल ट्राई टू pull that object towards the center of earth. In which direction? In this direction. Or in short you can say that the gravitational force will try to pull that object towards the center of earth, और वो उसको अपनी तरफ खींचने की कोशिश करेगा. So it is the direction of the gravitational force we have. Okay, but what we are trying to do, we are trying to throw that object against this gravitational force. Okay, so what will be the value of work here? So you know that dW is equal to force into displacement na, F dot dr, F vector dot dr vector. So what you have to do, you have to remove this dot. So whenever you will remove this dot, then what you will get? You will get cos theta. Now in the vector representation, you know that whenever the two vectors that are parallel to each other but acting vertically opposite, or that are acting opposite to each other, they are parallel but opposite to each other. So what will be the value of theta in that case? The value of theta will be 180 degree in this case. So what you have to do, you have to place 180 in place of theta. So whenever you will do that, then what you will get? F dr cos 180 degree. Now it is clear from that cos theta is lying in the second quadrant, and you know that the value of cos theta will be negative value of cos theta will be negative in second quadrant. Okay, so it will be equal to -1. So the value of cos theta will be equal to -1. So whenever you will do that, then what you will get? What you will get? Minus f dr. Okay, it will be equal to minus f dr. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to integrate both of these two terms. So whenever you will integrate both of these two terms, then what you will get? You will get the amount of energy that is required to gain the escape velocity. ठीक है, escape velocity को gain करने के लिए जितनी amount of energy की requirement है ना, we will get that amount of energy from here. Okay, now the time goes to put the limits. ठीक है ना, हमें क्या करना है, अभी लिमिट्स पुट करनी है. अब एक चीज देखो, हमें जो हमारा ऑब्जेक्ट है ना वो अर्थ के सरफेस से फेंकना है. ठीक है, तो हमारा अर्थ का जो सरफेस है उसकी डिस्टेंस कितनी है या उसकी रेडियस कितनी है, आर ना, हमें आर से लेके उसको इनफिनिटी पे भेजना है. तो जो हमारी डिस्टेंस होगी, वो जो लिमिट्स होगी वो कितनी होगी? दैट विल बी इक्वल टू आर टू इनफिनिटी. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ एफ वी हैव? 1, sorry, it is equal to g m by distance in between these two mass objects. So what is the distance in between these two mass objects? That is equal to r square into dr, and the integration from r to infinity. Okay, so you know that dr is the, what is this dr? What this dr is representing? It is representing the variable that is present in this equation. So what this dr is representing? It is representing that r is the variable term here. So what we will do? We will integrate the variable, not the constants. So what we will do with the constants? We will take them out. Okay, so whenever we will take them out, then what we will get? We will get g m and integration from r to infinity, and this will be equal to r to the power minus 1 into dr. Okay, now integrate that. So whenever you will integrate that, but then what you will get? Whenever you will integrate this dw, then what you will get? You will get w. Okay, now this will be equal to minus g m r to the power minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1, and the limits are r to infinity. Okay, so these are the limits we have. Now solve this term. So whenever you will solve that term, then what you will get? You will get minus g m into r to the power minus 1 upon minus 1. So this negative sign will be cancelled out with this minus sign. Okay, 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 the limits will be equal to r to infinity. ठीक है ना, हमें r से उसको infinity पे भेजना है ना, so that is why what we will write it r to infinity. Okay, so this will be equal to r to the power minus 1, and the limits are infinity to r. ठीक है बच्चों, so the value of w will be equal to g m 1 by r to infinity. Okay, so the formula we have, that will be equal to, किसके इक्वल होगा बेटा? ये upper limit minus lower limit. So we can write it like this: g m into 1 by r, upper limit minus lower limit. So that will be equal to infinity. Okay, so 1 by infinity will be equal to 0. So this value will be equal to g m by r. Okay, so it is the amount of energy that is required to throw that object to get the escape velocity. ठीक है, उसको escape velocity gain करवाने के लिए इतने amount की energy की requirement है. Okay, so after gaining that energy, what that object will do? square, and that is equal to gmm by r. Okay, from here you will get the value of escape velocity. So this escape velocity will be equal to v square will be equal to, okay, this m is cancelled out with this m, then what you will get 2gm by r. Okay, and the value of velocity will be equal to, so it will be equal to, so the value of escape velocity will be equal to root of 2gm by r. Okay, so it is the value of escape velocity we have. ठीक है बच्चों, तो हमारे पास ये escape velocity की वैल्यू आ जाएगी, and you know that g is equal to gm by r square, इसके इक्वल होता है ना, ठीक है ना, ये gm by, sorry, that is equal to radius of earth. Okay, now from here get the value of gm, so the value of gm will be equal to gr square. Okay, now put the value of gm here, so whenever you will put the value of gm here, then what you will get, let's see what you will get, 2gr square by r. So this r is cancelled out with this r, then what you will get, root of 2gr. So the escape velocity will be equal to root of 2gr. Okay guys, is it clear? Okay students, so the next concept we have the satellites. Okay, what we will do, satellites. So what do you understand by the satellites? Now let us suppose that we have a large mass object, okay, and we have the another mass object, okay, we have the another mass object. So let us suppose that it is the small mass object we have. Whenever this small mass object will revolve around this large mass object, then this type of small object is known as the satellite. ठीक है ना, तो जो हमारा स्मॉल ऑब्जेक्ट होगा ना, इसी को हम क्या बोलेंगे, इसी को हम इसकी सैटेलाइट बोलेंगे. ठीक है, तो सैटेलाइट क्या होती है, जो हमारा एक छोटा मास ऑब्जेक्ट बड़े मास ऑब्जेक्ट के चारों तरफ है ना मूव करता है, तो उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, उसको हम सैटेलाइट बोलते हैं. ओके, सो लेट अस टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ मून इज द सैटेलाइट ऑफ अर्थ. ओके, सो वी हैव द टू टाइप्स ऑफ सैटेलाइट. ओके, हाउ मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ सैटेलाइट्स वी हैव द टू टाइप्स ऑफ सैटेलाइट, नेचुरल सैटेलाइट एंड द आर्टिफिशियल सैटेलाइट. ठीक है, so first the term we have the natural satellite. Natural satellite, okay, and the second satellite we have the artificial satellite. Okay, so what do you understand by the natural satellite? So natural satellite is the satellite that is provided us by the nature. ठीक है ना, जो हमारा नेचर प्रोवाइड करता है ना, तो दैट सैटेलाइट आर नोन एज अ नेचुरल सैटेलाइट, लाइक मून इज द सैटेलाइट ऑफ अर्थ. ओके, सो इट इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ नेचुरल सैटेलाइट. ठीक है ना, ये हमारे जो नेचुरल सैटेलाइट है ना, उसका एक एग्जांपल है. ओके, सो द सेकंड सैटेलाइट वी हैव द आर्टिफिशियल सैटेलाइट. सो व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय द आर्टिफिशियल सैटेलाइट? सो द आर्टिफिशियल सैटेलाइट आर द सैटेलाइट दैट आर मैन मेड. ओके, सो दीज सैटेलाइट्स आर मेड बाय द मैन. ठीक है, तो ये वो सैटेलाइट्स होती है जो आदमी खुद बनाता है और उनको लॉन्च करता है. ओके, सो द फर्स्ट सैटेलाइट दैट वाज लॉन्च्ड बाय एनी कंट्री, दैट इज स्पुतनिक 1. ओके, स्पुतनिक 1 इज द सैटेलाइट दैट इज लॉन्च्ड बाय द रशिया इन 1952. 1952 में रशिया ने सबसे पहले जो फर्स्ट सैटेलाइट थी ना, वो लॉन्च की थी. ओके, एंड द नेम ऑफ दैट was Sputnik. Okay, so India after that America launched the another satellite. Okay, उसके बाद अमेरिका ने सैटेलाइट लॉन्च की एंड द फर्स्ट सैटेलाइट दैट वाज लॉन्च्ड बाय इंडिया इज आर्यभट्टा। ओके, आर्यभट्टा वाज द फर्स्ट सैटेलाइट दैट वाज लॉन्च्ड बाय इंडिया। आफ्टर दैट इंडिया लॉन्च्ड मैनी ऑफ द सैटेलाइट्स। ओके, तो इंडिया ने बहुत सारे जो सैटेलाइट्स है वो क्या है वो लॉन्च किए। ओके, लाइक आर्यभट्टा, भास्कर। ओके, सो व्हाट इज द प्रिंसिपल टू लॉन्च द सैटेलाइट? ओके, जो हमारा जो प्रिंसिपल होता है, जो हमारी सैटेलाइट्स है, सैटेलाइट्स को लॉन्च करने का, वो क्या होता है? सो लेट अस सपोज दैट हियर इज द So let us suppose that it is the earth surface here, ठीक है ना? ये हमारी क्या है? अर्थ का सरफेस है and what it is a tower that is present on the surface of the earth. Okay, and what it is a orbit where we have to launch the satellite. Okay guys, so let us suppose that it is the orbit where we have to launch the satellite. Okay, now let us suppose that there is a person that is throwing some stones. Okay, so whenever a person will throw a stone with some initial velocity, then it will travel some distance and will fall to the, कहाँ पे गिर जाएगा वो? To the surface of the earth. वो अर्थ का जो surface है ना, अर्थ के surface के ऊपर गिर जाएगा. Okay, so whenever we will throw the same object with some more initial velocity, then it will travel some more distance and fall to the surface of the earth. Okay, whenever you will continuously or gradually increase the velocity with which you will fall that stone, then a time will reach when you will be able to throw that object on the orbit. ठीक है, आप उस ऑर्बिट में उसको लॉन्च करने में सक्सेसफुल हो जाएंगे। ठीक है, तो जब हमारा कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट है वो अर्थ के जो हमारा ये है, क्या नाम है, अर्थ का जो ऑर्बिट है ना, या कोई भी हमारा ऑर्बिट है उसमें चला जाएगा, देन इट विल नेवर गेट बैक टू द अर्थ। ठीक है ना, वो कभी भी अर्थ पे वापस नहीं आएगा। ओके, एंड द वेलोसिटी विद व्हिच इट विल मूव इन द ऑर्बिट इज नोन एज द ऑर्बिटल वेलोसिटी। उसको क्या बोलेंगे? उसको हम ऑर्बिटल वेलोसिटी बोलेंगे। ओके, सो व्हाट आर द फोर्सेस दैट आर रिस्पांसिबल टू कीप दैट ऑब्जेक्ट मूविंग इन अ सर्कुलर ऑर्बिट? जो हमारा ऑर्बिट होता है, ऑर्बिट में उसको मूव करवाने के लिए कौन से हमारे फोर्स रिस्पांसिबल होते हैं? सो द फर्स्ट फोर्स that is responsible for it is gravitational force. So the gravitational force will try to pull that object towards the center of the earth. But we have the another force, that is centripetal force. So the centripetal force is the force that is required to keep moving the object in a circular path. तो हमारा क्या होता है? सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स होता है। तो सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स होता है ना, वो ही रिस्पांसिबल होता है किसके लिए? कि किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट को सर्कुलर पाथ में मूव करवाने के लिए। Okay, so what we have, so let us suppose that it is the radius of earth we have, r is the radius of earth we have. Okay, and what it is the h distance. ठीक है ना, ये h हमारी क्या है? डिस्टेंस है फ्रॉम द सरफेस ऑफ द अर्थ। ओके, और you can say that r plus h is the radius of this circular orbit from the center of the earth. Okay, so I have told you that whenever two equal and opposite forces will act, then what will happen? The object will not move. ठीक है ना, ऑब्जेक्ट हमारा वो स्टेशनरी रहेगा। और इसी वजह से जब हमारा सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स है और जो हमारा ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स है वो क्या करेगा? वो ऑब्जेक्ट को पकड़ने की कोशिश करेगा। तो उसकी वजह से वो कोई एक डेफिनेट पोजीशन में उसको गेन कर लेगा और उसी फोर्स के साथ वो क्या करेगा? इट विल स्टार्ट रोटेटिंग। ओके, वो रोटेट करना स्टार्ट कर देगा अराउंड द अर्थ। ओके, सो वी हैव द ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स एंड द सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स। ओके, एंड यू नो दैट द ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स इज इक्वल टू Gm by r square। तो r हमारी यहाँ से कितनी है? जो रेडियस है, ऑर्बिट की रेडियस है, दैट इज इक्वल टू r plus h we have. So it will be equal to r plus h and its square, and it is equal to the centripetal force. So what will be the value of this centripetal force? You know that the centripetal force is equal to mv square by r, isn't it? So it will be equal to m. What is the velocity? It will be the orbital velocity with which Now you know that this distance, जो हमारी h distance है ना, वो रेडियस ऑफ अर्थ के कंपैरिजन में बहुत ही छोटी है. So this r plus h can be written as r. ठीक है ना. ये जो हमारा जो ऑर्बिट है ना अर्थ का जो सरफेस है उससे ज्यादा दूर नहीं होता है, तो इसी वजह से that can be written as r. So what we will do, we will place r in place of r plus h. Okay, so it will be equal to gm by r and its root. Okay, now you know that g is equal to gm by r होता है ना, so the value of gm will be equal to gr. So put the value of gm here. So whenever you will put the value of gm here, then what you will get? So it will be equal to gr by r and its root. Okay, so this r will be cancelled out with this one. Okay, so this r will be cancelled out with this one, then what you will get? Root of g. Okay, so it will be the orbital velocity of earth, so it will be equal to root of g. Okay guys, so guys that is equal to gm by r square. So it is a square we have, so this square will be cancelled out with this one, so the value will be equal to gr. Okay, root of gr. Okay, so it is the orbital velocity we have. Okay, now from the orbital velocity you can calculate the time period with which the object will take a complete revolution around any or in any orbit. किसी भी orbit में वो कितने time period में वो अपना पूरा rotation पूरा करेगा, हमें वो value find out करनी है. ठीक है, कैसे find out कर सकते हैं? Let's see. So what do you understand by the time period? So time period may be defined as the time taken to complete one cycle. One cycle को complete करने में जितना time लगता है ना, that is known as the time period. Okay? So let us suppose that what is this V naught? V naught is the velocity, and you know that the velocity is equal to displacement upon time. Na? Displacement upon time. Okay? So what this V naught is indicating? It is indicating the orbital velocity. So the distance that will be traveled with this orbital velocity is the जो डिस्प्लेसमेंट होगी, मतलब जो v नोट है, v नोट की हमारी ऑर्बिटल वेलोसिटी है ना, तो कोई भी हमारी ऑब्जेक्ट है ना वो ऑर्बिटल वेलोसिटी के साथ किसी भी सर्कुलर पाथ में मूव करता है, सो दैट विल बी इक्वल टू द सर्कमफेरेंस ऑफ दैट सर्कल. सो इट विल बी इक्वल टू द सर्कमफेरेंस of that orbit. Okay, divided by what is this time? It is the time period we have, and it will be indicated with capital T. So if you want to calculate the value of capital T, then it will be equal to what will be the circumference of that orbit? That is equal to 2 pi r. Okay, so it will be equal to 2 pi, and what is the radius of that orbit? जो हमने अभी orbit बनाया था उसकी radius कितनी थी? So that was equal to r plus h divided by the velocity v naught. Now the v naught is equal to root of gr. So in this way you can calculate the time period. ठीक है ना? तो ऐसे हम जो हमारा time period है ना कि कोई भी हमारा ऑब्जेक्ट है वो रोटेट करेगा या मूव करेगा तो कितने टाइम पीरियड में अपना एक रिवॉल्यूशन पूरा करेगा. So that is the time that will be taken by any object to complete one revolution. Okay, in any orbit. So what you have to do, you have to place all these values, okay, to get the time period. Okay, thanks for